Temperate Deciduous Forest by Rochelle Leugner. The average yearly rainfall is 75 to 150 centimeters. The average yearly temperature is 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The summer months of July till August have the most heat and rain. The world distribution of temperate deciduous forests is mainly in eastern North America, Europe north of the Mediterranean, and eastern Asia, including Japan. There are also small areas in southern South America and eastern Australia. There are 5 layers to the soil in the forests. All of the soil is generally very nutrient-rich because of the dead and decaying leaves and twigs. There are also 5 layers in the forest itself. The first one is the ground layer, consisting of mosses and ferns. The second one is the herb layer, with small plants. Next is the shrub layer, consisting of medium-sized bushes. The fourth layer is the small tree layer with saplings. Finally, the tree layer, or tree stratum, consists of trees 60 to 100 feet tall. 2 abiotic limiting factors are light and temperature. Plants that like shade can grow under the tall trees. Temperature not only affects photosynthesis, but it can also limit growth. Plants that don't like the cold, for example, have trouble escaping it. The coyote, lynx, cougar, and black bear are all main consumers. When looking at the food web later, notice that they are considered tertiary consumers, or apex predators. Ferns, mosses, conifers, or pine trees, and oak trees are all examples of primary producers. They provide oxygen and food necessary for other animals to live. In any food web, energy is shown by the arrow pointing to the consumer. In this food web, you can see that plants are at the bottom because the other animals can eat them. Next come the herbivores, omnivores, and then carnivores. One important predator-prey relationship is between the black bear and Atlantic salmon. With a large salmon population and not so large bear population, there is plenty of food for the bears. Another important relationship is between the least weasel and the mouse. The weasels keep the very large and rapidly growing mouse population under control. Finally, the coyote and squirrel predator-prey relationship is important for many of the same reasons. There are many ways in which plants have adapted to fit this environment. Trees, for example, start with large, lightweight leaves that are able to soak up a lot of sunlight. They then use this to make and store food for the winter when they shed their leaves. This is for protection against the weight of the snow. Trees also have thick bark to protect them from the cold. They then grow their leaves back again in spring and the process starts again. Wildflowers grow on the forest floor early in spring. If they wait too long, the trees will leaf out and shade the forest floor so they aren't able to grow. Different animals adapt different ways to the cold. Bears, for example, hibernate. Some animals, like different types of birds, migrate. Some smaller mammals and birds hide their food in hollowed-out trees or under leaves for safety during the long winter. One of the biggest destructors of these forests is deforestation. Humans are cutting down trees for wood and to make room for agriculture and construction. Currently, there is about 1/4 of the original forest left. One possible solution is reforestation, or the planting of a tree when one is cut down. Air pollution is also very harmful to forests. It is caused by industrialization with factories, power plants, and other vehicles. This pollution is damaging plants and the soil. An easy solution is to use less electricity and to try to conserve. One of the most endangered species in the temperate deciduous forest is the red wolf. Because its main food source, the passenger pigeon, became extinct, its population was greatly reduced. By 1970, there were only 12 left in the wild. The red wolf's niche is in forests, swamps, or coastal prairies. They eat small mammals, birds, insects, and berries. Unfortunately, they are vulnerable to humans when they are hunting. Since they tend to hunt in small packs or alone, they also have to be careful of their bigger cousin, the gray wolf. Red wolves are on the endangered species list due to loss of habitat, illegal hunting, and agriculture. The population has gone from around 20 to 256 in just over 30 years. There are multiple organizations, including the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, that are putting protections in place. Some of the efforts include captive breeding. They are also part of the Endangered Species Act, which helps to protect them from being hunted and killed by humans. Thanks for watching!